BlackFacts.com presents Educational Series, Black History in America. 1941, African Americans in World War II. Narrated by Timbuktu. During World War II, many African Americans were ready to fight for what President Franklin D. Roosevelt called the four freedoms: freedom of speech, freedom of worship, freedom from want, and freedom from fear, even while they themselves lacked those freedoms at home. More than 3 million Black Americans would register for service during the war, with some 500,000 seeing action overseas. According to War Department policy, enlisted Black and white people were organized into separate units. Frustrated Black servicemen were forced to combat racism even as they sought to further U.S. war aims. This became known as the WWII strategy, for the two victories they sought to win. The war's first African American hero emerged from the attack on Pearl Harbor, when Dory Miller, a young Navy steward on the USS West Virginia, carried wounded crew members to safety and manned a machine gun post, shooting down several Japanese planes. In the spring of 1943, graduates of the first all-Black military aviation program, created at the Tuskegee Institute in 1941, headed to North Africa as the 99th Pursuit Squadron. Their commander, Captain Benjamin O. Davis Jr., later became the first African American general. The Tuskegee Airmen saw combat against German and Italian troops, flew more than 3,000 missions, and served as a great source of pride for many Black Americans. In March 1944, the Golden 13 became the Navy's first African American commissioned officers. Samuel L. Gravely, Jr. became a commissioned officer the same year. He would later be the first African American to command a U.S. warship, and the first to be an admiral. Aside from celebrated accomplishments like these, overall gains were slow, and maintaining high morale among Black forces was difficult due to the continued discrimination they faced. In July 1948, President Harry S. Truman finally integrated the U.S. Armed Forces under an executive order mandating that there shall be equality of treatment and opportunity for all persons in the armed services without regard to race, color, religion, or national origin. To learn more about Black history, visit www.blackfacts.com.